welcome to the channel. I have this bowl that I used to use as a terrarium, and today I'd like to set it up as an aquarium. Hi guys, so this is glass aquarium. I think I've got it from maybe somewhere like Amazon. The board with the light definitely came from Amazon. It wasn't too expensive, but the plan today is to get this set up in a Walsted style, and it's not going to have any CO2. I'm umming and ahhing about a filter, and yeah, I'm going to put some shrimp and snails in it. Keep it simple, nothing too dramatic. I've got a couple of bits of either redmore wood or some small bits of manzanita. I've got a couple of small bits of dragonstone. Anyway, let's get that stuff out, get it all out on the table. What I'm using in the base, hopefully got enough room, some old salvaged material from Escape downstairs, and this is a combination of, you can see that. This is aqua soil, some alpine grit and some sand from the previous scape. So I'm going to put a few scoops of that in just to give myself a nice healthy base layer. From the reading I've done, a healthy substrate system is what you need for a successful Walsted style. Just one more for now. Have a little play around, just flatten that out, see how it's looking. Move that back. That's first time doing a bowl aquarium. Like I say, this used to be a terrarium many years ago, but it's been lying empty for a while now. And getting the perspective right is quite difficult because of the bowl of the glass. And also trying to get the height right as well, so that you don't want to be too low, because then you've got quite a small surface area to plant into. And you raise it up, and the widest part of the bowl is obviously here. If you raise it right up here, you'd have quite a large surface to build, but then you have no depth of water. So just trying to get that balance right, really. Yeah, it's alright, it's looking okay. Right, I'm going to add, I've got some of these T&C root tabs. Okay, so the outer casing's melted a bit, but it's these little pellets that I want. So I'm going to scoot them about. As the roots of the plants grow down, they will find the energy, the food even. Probably a more accurate thing, isn't it? Alright, next up I've got some pond soil here. I don't know how well that's coming out on the shot. This is like normal compost, but with the organics floated off, and it's also got some grit mixed in. So I'm going to put a few scoops of this in. Time to cap all of this with some sand. I've got this stuff off Amazon. It's got quite a nice mixed grain. Don't know if you can probably see that very well. Let's get it in and then try and get you some close-ups. So I'll probably use all of this here. dragonstone in. I'll start off with the main two pieces. I've got some nice detail here and here. Which end do I want facing upwards? Do I want it sideways? I think I want it upwards because I want it to occupy less space on the sand, more space for planting. Now this piece, it's got some weird cuts here. I don't know if I want to see that, and same here. I don't know. Touch. So I've got a bit more room back there. Say like so. How's that looking? Clear points there. I've got some smaller pieces of manzanita. This might work. Shadow, doesn't it? A little glue point to that piece of wood, maybe. This piece, place it to a structure. And maybe have this piece just out. Fold round like so. Right, just having a look. These two stones are quite flat together, so in that sort of plane. I'm going to create a bit more of a twist on there. Make sure that's in. Twist on that one, just a little bit. And I've got some contact points there, which I'll glue in a moment. Ooh, I'm trying to get the lighting right on this. But also, just found this piece of wood. And I'm going to give it a go. I'll just go for that sort of less is more sort of approach. See if I can work out this place for this one piece of wood. And I'm thinking something like that. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Something like that. Ooh. Yeah, maybe that's right. Yeah, so I've got two good contacts. One contact on each stone. I have this piece now. Something a bit more like that. Yeah, how is that looking? I think I like that. I'm trying to keep it simple. I've got some height of this final part, but then loads of space for plants to come through around the sides, in the foreground. Yeah, I think I'll prefer this. We're going to go for this one, I think. There we go. It's acting really nicely just here. I've got another contact point up here. Yeah, right. Come to the right side. I can use my right hand, fantastic. Alright, so I think the glue's dried now. It's been a day. A little tap and everything's staying where it should be, which is really, really great. I'm a little bit worried that there isn't enough sand in there. So I'm just going to add a couple of these of, I think this is called La Plata sand by ADA. I don't know, super expensive. Not really what I wanted to put in here, but I'm going to put a few of these in here just to chunk it out, just to make sure. It's quite a different colour, so I may have to mix it up a little bit. Now on this tray I've got some ferns and some epiphytes. I've got this nice lump of trident fern, and this is another thing of trident fern, but it's 3 or 4 small roots, like little plantlets coming together. I'm going to put them together somewhere, and hopefully that will grow out quite nicely and become quite a decent clump. I've got this lovely piece of Anubias and 2 clumps of this boost, which is looking pretty nice as well. I don't know what type of boost or Anubias. I think this is Nana, some sort of Nana Batteria or something like that, or Petite. I really can't remember. But this on the tray was all saved from an old scape. And for the foreground, I've got a couple of pots here as well. This is from Aquafleur, and this is Eliocharis parvula. Nice hair grass. And I'm going to put in some Cryptocorini parva. I love parva, it's one of my most favourite crypts. And then for the mid-ground, which I'm probably going to put around the side of the bigger stones here, I've got some Sturgeon repins. And then for the background, I've got some rotundifolia atria. There's quite a lot in there and it's growing quite well, so hopefully that will just populate this space right up here at the back and be really good. Great. I think we need to get planting. I'm going to start off with the ferns. I've got this bigger bit of fern. I'm just going to check it over for any dodgy leaves. Pinch them out. It's looking largely okay. It's a little bit old and tatty, but hopefully once this is all settled in and the new growth kicks in, it will start looking a lot better. So it sort of dangles down a bit like that. So I'm going to try and get this around here in this wood somehow. Hopefully I can wedge it in so that I don't need to glue it, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, okay, scrap that, change of plan, a couple of dabs of glue, it's going to go up the top of the rock. do. There's one down here. Just covering this joint here. Four little roots, rhizome roots, whatever you want to call them. I'm not going to stick my fingers on this one. Now I want this nubius right in that bottom, right in that section down there. I don't know if you can see that. Sort of in there, underneath the wood. So I think I'm going to attach that to a piece of rock. Just pop it in that corner. So I've wet the rock a bit. Little squidge of glue. In the bottom there, right in that middle place there. There we go. I don't know how well that's coming up on the camera, but it's looking pretty good. And hopefully that will just happily sit there growing out. I've got a bit of boost. Sort of pop over here, just behind that stone. And as long as the rhizome stays out of the water and stays out of the ground, the roots going into the soil will be absolutely fine. Now I've got this last piece of boost that isn't on a rock. The last piece was already on a rock, so I'm just putting that in. Oh, it's got a natural split. So it's just split into two. So I'm going to put both on a rock but plant them pretty close together. And again, it's all wet. This next stone won't matter. Great, that's a really good start. I managed to get 6 plantlets out of this, and this is the biggest piece. I'm going to try and get this, I think, over here. Let's go for it. Get it in there. Right, so I've cleaned up the parva and I've broken it down into about 10 little plantlets. Focus. Struggling. So I'll put my hand behind it. There we go. There we go. Lovely little crypt. I could have broken it down much further, but not today. have the parvula, the Eleocharis parvula. Here we go. Let's see if that shows up alright. Here we go. Now there is so much in that one cup that I'm only going to use about half. And I've broken it down. I've got a good 15 odd portions here, so that's easily enough for this thing. So let's get it in. Part I'm going to get in there before I fill it up with water is this one here. Can you see that? This is Sturgeon repens. Lovely plant. Really like it. It's my first time using it, so I'm excited to see how it goes. And I want to get it into this little pocket here, and the same on this side here, just to sort of break up that transition between foreground plants and the background plants that are going to hopefully populate up here. Let's go. That side populated, so that will hopefully grow up and sort of dominate this sort of space here. And now I'm going to get the plants in around here, and hopefully it'll grow up and dominate this sort of space here. Let's go. Alright, before I get the stems in the background, I'm going to fill this up. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so put down a plastic sheet, and I'm going to pour the water over the sheet. Probably going to break it up with my hands. Get that light out of the way a bit. Let's take it slowly. That's all filled up now, and I've been having a little look, and I'm not enjoying these buces being so close to the edge. This one and this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them closer to the big rocks. So this bit's going to go in there, and these bits are going to go in there. There's a couple of crypts I need to move from this side, and there's a bit of hair grass down here that I need to move first. So I'll get those moved quickly. So one tissue culture cup of Rotala has given me so many stems to play with. So let's get them. And where I'm going to put it out of space. Oh, a bit right in the middle there. There we go. Right. Planting done. So it's been about a week now since I planted this thing up and flooded it. I've been changing the water every day. Nice, decent amount, getting on for 50%, which is great. And I've just tested using my API Freshwater Master Test Kit. It's not a sponsored video, it's just the product I've got. And it's reading 0 ammonia and 0 nitrite, and I think less than 5 parts per million nitrate. I went to the shop today and got myself some nice shrimp to add to this tank. I think first of all, give you a closer look, see how everything's going, how it's developing, how it's settling. So everything's growing in nicely. I'm expecting to get a bit of crypt melt over the next sort of week or two, but for now everything's looking okay. I'm starting to get tiny bits of fuzz on the wood and in other places, but all in all I think it's looking pretty good. So these are the shrimp. I've been acclimating them slowly over the past couple of hours, giving them a couple of drips of tank water. These are some blues and some crystal reds. Is that focusing? I'm struggling to focus on them. There we go. So yeah, 5 blues and 4 crystals. Here we go. In goes the shrimps. Hopefully if I can fit them in. I'll have to pour them from outside. There they go. So immediately we're getting to work. Looking quite happy, and it's great to finally get some life in here. Ooh. Those crystal reds are looking great. Those are the blueies. And hopefully they'll settle in quite happily and hopefully we'll see some burying shrimp soon. That's what it's called. Lovely. I've really enjoyed making this bowl. It's been my first time making a bowl aquarium. Like I said earlier at the beginning, this used to be a terrarium, but I didn't really enjoy the terrarium thing. There's no livestock inside it, so it was just a bit boring. Whereas this is going to sit over there in the corner. It'll be next to where I work, so I'll be able to look over and see the crystal reds and the blue shrimp going away at the algae. Looking forward to it. It's just nice to have it complete. So thank you for watching. See you on the next one.